Welcome back to Tennis Manager 24. It's episode 56. We just finished up the U.S. Open, so we're going into the final phase of the season. Couple notes. One, I'm still sick. I've been sick for a couple weeks now. Sinus infection. I'm in the recovery stage of it, but I'm coming and going on it being really bad versus being able to tolerate it. At the moment, I can tolerate it, but that could change any time now. So lately, episodes are either missing or have been a little bit shorter. I'm still kind of in that phase at the moment. It's probably going to be a little on the shorter side so that I can at least suffer through and put out some content, just a little less than normal. Anyway, hard season number 2 just came to an end, and Martina King has confirmed her top 10 position. U.S. Open itself didn't go quite as well as planned, but winning a 1K tournament, now our biggest victory of our career, and setting us up for literally everything but the slams. And I think next year, I really do think next year is going to be the year, right? King is getting so close to that position. She's now 8th in the world. Really big haul of points, 1.77 million. Even though we're down to that 13%, she's hauling in. She's consistent and doing well. 5 tournaments, she only won 1 of them, but 19 wins out of 23 played is a near 83% win percentage. Cross moved up slightly, but at 220 she's well behind the others, but 45k for prize share is, it's definitely not nothing. 4 tournaments, 3 wins. Noelle actually fell in the rankings, but scored more points, earned more money, played 3 tournaments, but only won twice. And the 2 wins were, I think, well-timed, or at least one of those was in the qualifiers to try to make the U.S. Open, and that's where she brought in a little bit more money and did a little bit better. Nava has made it back to number 100, nearly the highest rank that he has had in his career. Nearly. I think 95, 96 is his all-time high. 149k, 4 tournaments, 4 wins. Like, overall, nobody's playing particularly well, but previously, anyway, they were showing more form. However, I do suppose we just had U.S. Open, big tournament, better players as opposition, and so they get knocked out. For Nava, his wins, 3 of those 4 wins came in that U.S. Open in the qualifier, where he made the tournament proper. Makes the tournament proper. He's achieving the goals he wants for the year. He makes the U.S. Open, which was a big deal, but then he loses in the first round and gets pissed. His morale has plummeted to rock bottom, even though he's got excellent form, even though he achieved goals. Like, good things happened. His reaction was less than ideal. And so we head into the World Cup group stage, and what the hell? We've got, for one, we're the defending champions. We're still only ranked number 2. But then China, top 10. Japan, top 10. Spain, number 12. Right? All 3 of our opponents are top 12. Tough group. Definitely a tough group. Japan, Osaka, currently ranked number 10. Yamamoto, 52. It does drop off. China, number 1 player in the world, and then really drops off. Spain, Badosa, bouncing back. She's back up to number 14. We had seen her outside of the top 20 pretty recently, but that means she's in form to be coming back up. 2 more players in the top 100, but nobody else in the top 50. So, based on that, we should do fairly well. Goff is currently at 6, King at 8, Anisimova 18, Kruger 21, and Navarro 23. All 5 players in the top 25. Point distribution, a little different this time than normal. I very typically spend 1 point on physical recovery, and everybody's actually really good in that department. So, I'm not even sure I need to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Team chemistry. This is where I've been changing it, but now, of course, I just changed the physical recovery. Team chemistry, I normally put 2 points into, but this group has played together, and they already have chemistry, so I'm only going to put 1 point into the team chemistry. We're going to max out the singles training match, which, of course, is 2 out of 3 in every set, every match of that group stage. 2 of 3 played is singles. So maxing out that effort, full 4 points. Doubles training matches, we're going for the triple set on that one to get them prepared. But of course, 2 out of 3 is singles, so that's got to be your priority. This one might be different too, because King has been kind of the doubles master as she was coming in at number 4 in the rankings the last few times it's come together. So I've often played her in doubles and trying to get her doubles attribute to come up. Right, there is no training for it, so it doesn't go anywhere. This is the only place where it develops. This is the only time doubles exists in this game. While in real life, it's a very common occurrence. I would love to see it be integrated into the game full time. All the slams at the least, right? Each slam should have a singles tournament and a doubles tournament, and your players should be able to participate in both of those simultaneously. They just haven't figured that one out yet, how to make that one work, but it really doesn't feel like it should be that complicated. Anyway, for the game, the World Cup's the only place you get those doubles. And so the development side's terrible. King, I think, has a 6 or an 8 for her rating for doubles. It's her lowest attribute, period. And she's probably good for doubles. And it's not like anybody else could be developing theirs when they're not playing doubles either. You only get to play doubles, group stage and finals. Oh, twice a year you get to play doubles. Harder to develop that attribute as a result. Anyway, we'll put in what we can to it, and yeah, I'm not sure how my mix is going to end up going on this one. Notable though, very notable, even though King is 8th, even though Anisimova is 18th. Goff is our 5-star player. Kruger and Navarro are 4.5, and King and Anisimova are just 4 stars. Yes, we finally made 4 stars for King, but she's still only a 4-star player, right? She's still technically behind, everybody else in that top 25, 50 players in the world. So she's made up ground. She's gotten better, and obviously we know she punches well above her weight, hence the ranking, but actual head-to-head skill comparisons, still not quite there. But everybody's happy. Everybody's in pretty good form. Everybody's fit, looking good for the stage. And when everybody else seems to have one capable player, I think we could go 2-1 against everybody and easily, move out of the stage, if not getting all 3. Well, the good news is Nava, even though he's slipping down the rankings, his morale bounced back almost immediately. It's like he realized, well, wait, hold on. Hold on. I just got into the US Open proper. I should be happy. Training feedback. So, team chemistry was excellent, stays excellent. Doubles pairings have improved by a star across the board. Anisimova has 100% fitness. Plan for the weekend, I think, is Goff is going to take single match number 1 through all 3 matchups, go head to head with the other team's best, and hope that she can win 2 out of 3 of those. I think I'm going to take the star ratings a little more seriously than the actual rankings. Everybody's ranked well, so Kruger and Navarro are probably going to get the single 2s, and King and Anisimova might be our pairings for doubles, but we'll see when we get to that first double pairing and see if they are a good match for each other. But for King, especially for this group stage, I'd like to see her develop the doubles rating there at least just a bit with this overall ranking, right? Like I said, all 3 of these opponents are very similar in the 1 very good player and then 4 just whatever players. So we should have a comfortable advantage. Oh, okay. Well, first thing, it's a surprise. It's Masarova, so Goff should be winning comfortably. She's 5-0 all time against her. 6-3, 6-3. Match number 2. Now we get Badosa, 4-star on the team chemistry, so a little bonus with Kruger coming in, but 1-6 all time against Badosa. I'm so surprised that Badosa hasn't been ranked significantly higher in this series. Easily one of the best players in the world, so very surprising. It's going to be a tough match for Kruger. Could be a win, but seems unlikely. We're probably going to be split here. Oh, she beats her, though. She beats her. Just her second win against Badosa in her career. 6-4, 6-4. King and Anisimova for the doubles as predicted. 4-star affinity. I'm good with that. We'll take it. Badosa has already played. Masarova has already played. So we should be looking at an extremely winnable match. It is 2 of the lower ranked ones, so Buxa and Ribera, only a 3-star affinity between them, 69, 119 in their rankings. Yeah, we're looking pretty good on that part. Likewise, China beating Japan 2-0 so far in the other matchup. All right, so the match underway.
Love 15.
Right off the bat, a little bit of a mistake there from King. Giving up that first point, but coming back very quickly with a winner there.
Fault. Second set.
Not serving too great at the moment. Some tight net play. A little bit too much of a gap between the two, especially with where the ball was being played. King probably should have been about one step further over. We're at 30 all. Ooh, nice serve there. Sets it up. Nice winner, 40-30. Comfortable on that one.
Second set.
I think this is going to be a pretty comfortable match in the end, but we've seen doubles go the other way, and I'm lucky not to get that one. A little more out than in, but definitely looked like it caught the line. We're back into an advantage here. This first game looking harder than it could or should be, but there's another winner. Finally, Anisimova getting a winner. Her first, I think. It's been all King so far.
15 love.
But we take that first game. Their serve. We'll start to speed it up. Everybody's fresh. It's the first match of the week. Down love 30, though, in our second serve game, but bouncing back to 40-30 and taking it comfortably after that. So a lob that succeeded from King for a point. You would think we should be dominating, but it's 2 games all. Oof, caught the line. 3 games 2. Still, we were not threatened to break them as of yet, and they constantly seem to be threatening to break us. From watching the play, it looks like we should be comfortable, and then watching the score as a separate entity, the score doesn't support the eye test. The eye test is like we should be dominating. The paper test, we should be dominating. The score sheet, though, has been another matter so far. We are up 4 games 3, but we just have not even come close to breaking them yet. Mistake there. It's 4 games all. We've done absolutely nothing yet to cement this thing. Like offensively with serve, we're giving up easy points by hitting out and making it closer than it should be. But it's winner, 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 chicken dinner. Defensively, like we don't. It feels like we haven't threatened them at all. Are they that good in service? Are they that good to get on the front foot? Like what is going on? They just broke us. We're down 6 games 5. And you could see the miss by an inch, miss by 3 inches. Lots and lots of forced or unforced. Let's go ahead and take a look at the statistics here as the first set is a loss. The first set is a freaking loss. 34-36 on the points, right? Shouldn't even be close, though, because only +1 on the winners. +1 on the unforced errors, but a lot from both. And -4 on the forced errors. Wow, okay. But like I said, the eye test versus the score sheet have not been in balance, and yet we find ourselves down. I might have to adjust tactically, but big errors there. Ooh, I know the ball hit the net, but it sure looked to me like the ball hit her teammate right in the back.
Love 15.
That would hurt. That would hurt a lot.
Love
Oh, nice one. Nice. Okay, we're already up a game,
15-30.
and we get a love 30 advantage to start this game.
Fault. Second set.
Wow, that was a massive miss.
30-all.
And then, again, the miss it by a flippin'...
40-30.
It's the net that's doing us in.
Game.
It's the net doing us in. There's not so much out here. 2-1, us in the lead. We didn't end up breaking them in that other one. 2 games all, 3 games 2. We're definitely threatening a lot more in this one, but we just can't seem to break them. Like, they serve and they pull it through it. And here we are again, struggling with service.
Fault.
And nothing
Second
about the game visually looks like we're struggling, other than that the AI just
Advantage.
refuses to stop lobbing the ball, no matter how. Like, I turn it down as low as it can be, and we still lob the ball constantly. But the opponent doesn't lob the ball. To me, that seems like it's there's a lob.
Advantage.
Ooh, that was called in. I thought that got called out for a second. It was very much directly on the line. Clean hit right down the middle of the line, and I thought they hadn't called it. There's another stinking lob.
Game. 5 games to 4.
5-4.
Fault. Second set. 15 love. Out. 30 love.
Yeah, not sure what else to change. Like, coaching
40
doubles.
love.
Gotta be honest with you, I don't
Second
know.
set.
I know doubles is played a little bit differently, right? You've got the gap, or you've got the lines to play, or the lob to try to play over their head. There's attacking the net. There's playing further back. Like, there's so much variability.
15
Like,
love.
not skying a ball off to freaking Jupiter is important
15
in doubles. I get that one. It's 5 games all.
Second set.
Ooh, that one caught the line, but I mean,
15
wouldn't have
30.
been an ace anyway. But
15 40. Fault.
Nice.
Second set.
I get singles
30, 40.
strategy. I get the idea. Doubles doesn't play that way.
Deuce.
Letting that one go, like, that was a playable ball, but letting that go wasn't our smartest decision.
Advantage.
Like, not going back for that ball? Why? Why the hell wouldn't you go back for that ball? That lob had all day to freaking get to, and there's no reason to lob there, and the whole right side of the court is totally open and exposed,
Fault. Second
and
set.
it's already a soft, gentle ball to you. Like, you can tap it. Just give it a little tap, and it's going to double bounce
Out. Advantage.
down that right. And then, you just miss that one. They've got advantage. Again, like, what?
6 games to 5.
My players can't play a lob for the life of them. Every opponent, you lob them,
15 love.
and they're going to fucking slam the hell out of that ball.
Fault. Second set.
Every time. I see
30 love.
1 point in a whole freaking match scored through a lob for my team. Everybody else?
30 15.
There's number 2, by the way, for this one. Everybody else, repeatedly, again and again, they lob
14,
us and score. Lob and score. Lob and score. I don't know if it's the
Game and second
The-
and final set.
the coding, but we're out. We're out. I mean, it's 2-1. It's a victory in the group stage. We move on, but that's a doubles match lost. And there just seems no logical reason for it. Navarro's going to go second this time. Hasn't played yet. China swept their first round match, so they've actually got the lead in the group stage so far. Head-to-head, they're 2-0 against the U.S., but head-to-head, Goff is 2-0 against Bai, and their team chemistry is really low. It's kind of surprising that they swept that first round 6-4, 6-4. Like, how is that so close against a weak opponent? Tactically, could be. I don't think I'm managing the U.S. as well as I manage King individually during the season. They have not gone with their number one, but this should put us pretty comfortably if Navarro gets the job done. She did lose the one time that she played this opponent, but she's crushed her this time, 6-4, 6-1, and we're 2-0. China, the other one, who had won, that gives us that real leg up in the group. Not a guarantee that we're moving on, but we're guaranteed a top 3 now. It's could be close otherwise. I'm gonna have King and Anasimova go again. Give them a second chance at this. Sheng could be in this match though, or the smart thing to do would just be rest Sheng for the third match, right? Lose the second one, win the other 2, and you're through in second place, right? Play for second. A lot of teams, that would be a smart strategy. Play your weaker team against the U.S., knowing that they're too strong, and concede defeat. Play your weaker players. Rest your best. Been there, done that. In fact, I do that regularly with basketball. We have equal play time rules in our league. Everybody has to play over the course of the season the same amount. So to make that happen, I'll often take my best players, because we've got a team that in our league that hasn't lost a game in more than a decade. In fact, last time they lost was to one of my teams. But right now, the gap between their team and my teams, I've got a good competitive team this year. Our first game's tonight, actually, of the season. But I've got a good competitive team, but they're still not going to reach the heights of this other school. And I'll often lower the minutes of my best players in that game. Let my less experienced players go out there, get that experience, get that skill growth against a difficult team, knowing that it's going to be a tough night, regardless of who I put out there. So let these players play, let these players develop, let them get those minutes in, so that in the closer, tighter matches, I can play my better players that little bit more minutes to offset, get that balance over the course of the season, and take my best players, keep them fresher, stronger, more available for the big matches that we are capable of getting those wins on. I've had the least experienced team in the league for the last 6 years running. This year might be different. We might not be the least experienced this year coming in. It's at an age group where club basketball is like, you gotta have money. My school is not in the area where everybody has money, and so a lot of the kids just never get those opportunities coming up. They may have played soccer for a few years, and that's like the extent of their sporting history, or maybe they played softball for a couple of years, and that's the extent, right? They don't have years and years of basketball experience, let alone other sports, and so they come in less athletic, less prepared, less experienced, and we have 2 weeks from the beginning of preseason to our first game. 2.5 weeks anyway. And no Mondays. I've had 9 practices, and our first game's today. How prepared are we supposed to be? And they have rested her completely. She has not been called on for any of the 3 matches here against China. They said that's a smart move. That's a smart move. They've got a real chance to get through, keeping her fresh for the winnable matches. And this, no excuse if we lose this time. Low team chemistry, low partner affinity, low ranking. I'm going to go a little more attacking this time. Make sure that we are lob off. I'm going to be more aggressive with the return this time and the serve. Let's take the game to them.
First set.
So they serve first, and we immediately start behind. And the Chinese have trained together a long time. They are perfectly in unison right now. Their after point has been identical animations.
40 love.
Come on. Anasimova, are you even freaking here? Like right now, she's just standing still. Finally, she wakes up, but then she goes and skies the ball. Not to Rosie! Or Zed? Oh my gosh. English, why do you call it Zed?
Love.
It's a Z. not a word. There's not 2 additional letters. It's 1 letter. Anyway. Come on. Oh my gosh. A lob failed for them and we scored. It was Kane who pulled that one off, though. We're already down a game, though. Come on, let's speed it up. This should be comfortable. So far, nothing doing of the sort. But now you can start to see we're putting them under pressure. We break them for the first time, and we're up 4 games, too. Still under pressure again. We don't win that one, but this is what we weren't seeing last time. And at love 40, it's set point. There's that failed lob. Nice play there. That's not an easy one to make. Off balance behind you like that, and to hit that with enough power, and to not just put it in play, but to gap the players and
second set.
Go beyond them. So 6-3 for that first set. They nearly break us in game 1, though. Was not the start you'd be hoping for. Again, under some pressure this second set. They're coming out a lot more aggressive. 3-2. 3-all. 4-3. There it is, and we break them. It's 5-3, and just like that, it's match point in the next game. It's 40 love. And there it is. There's your winner. 6-3, 6-3. Much better performance today. What you would expect, what I expected from that first one. Just no idea how we fell apart so severely. Osaka, Yamamoto, you got a couple players that can play, but not the weakest lineup as we go against Japan. But like I said, Goff's your leader, and then Kruger. I don't know. We've got it in the bag. Goff is pretty tired. Let's go with Navarro and Kruger for this one, and then we'll see. Maybe Goff and King play together instead of Anasimova in the next one in the doubles. King's definitely going to play the other double, though, especially as the most fresh of the 3. So Spain is now 1-1. They bounced back. Spain and China are going to play each other. One of them will end up 2-1, but that means the other is guaranteed 1-2. So we will get out of the group stage. That is guaranteed already. There's going to be 2 teams at 2-1, or 1 team at 3-0 and 1 team at 2-1. So we are guaranteed. There's going to be a clear hierarchy of what the top 2 are based on the matchups for this last round. We are 2-1 against Japan all time, and Navarro against the 4-star chemistry Japan. Kaneshita, ranked number 90, 1-0 all time against her. Let's see, does she get the job done? She does. 6-4, 6-2, and we only need 1 more to secure the group stage. Not perfect, but as the undefeated number 1. It's Osaka for this one against Kruger. Kruger's 3-2 against Osaka, though. Definitely winnable. It's been spread out over years, though. Their first few matches were years ago. World Cup, though. They played each other in the World Cup, and Osaka won 6-4, 6-4. And this time, it is Osaka. So, it's still on. It's still on. The doubles match will matter. I think that might be a good extra reason to use Corey Goff. 6-3, 3-6, 4-6. So Kruger got out to the early lead, but could not capitalize on it. Osaka battles back, takes the win. With a 5-star affinity, Goff and King are going to be that final match. There's not much in it, really, between any of the players. I mean, King is the freshest and an easy choice, and like I said, I want to develop her in her doubles anyway, so she's a very easy first choice. But as for that second one, 3 percentage points is not much. I'll take the quality of Goff. And it turns out that it's a 5-star matchup, so that's ideal. They have 2-star affinity compared to our 5-star affinity.
Love 15.
But they have brought in Osaka, so they've got their number 10 player in the world. And then 90 for Kaneshita.
15-0.
I think difference maker wise, right? We've got Goff to
15.
offset Osaka, and then myself versus Kaneshita. I'm not a weakness. I can get to balls if they decide to target me because I'm the lower rank. I mean, it's 6 and 8, right?
15 love.
First game does go to the Japanese pairing, though. This is not going to be an easy one,
30 love.
right? This is lose the match if we lose this specific match within the set. So it's not a given, and even with lob turned down to freaking nothing, we are lobbing constantly, but there is Goff playing some really good tennis. Oh, that was a perfect opportunity, though, to slam it down that right-hand side. I mean, we're a foot away from the net. With a soft ball, it's really easy to power that down at that angle, coming back across the net.
15 love.
And to get it down quickly and easily and not have to worry about hitting the net and not worry about going out
30 love.
and not worry about them getting anywhere near it. But we don't take that opportunity. It's one game all. Not a must-win because we've already advanced, right? We are guaranteed the advance. That's unfortunate there as Goff plays the sideline and does not get the call. Awfully close, tight call. Could have gone either way. I mean, that's a 50-50 on that one. Again, it doesn't have to be down the middle of the line. It's just got to touch the line, any part of the line. From there, it sure looks like it touches the line, right? It's not hitting the center of the line, no doubt, but hitting the line, touching the line, sure looks like it does.
2 games all.
2 games all. But there's not a big urgency on this one for either, really. I mean, Japan's playing for pride right now. We're moving on. We are moving on. But it'd still be nice to go home with that 3-0, right? Be nice to go home with what have we played? 9 matches, 7-2, right? 3 games all, chance to break them. Can't capitalize though. They've pulled ahead and take the game, 3-4. I've been a little more aggressive on the serve. I'm definitely targeting Kinoshita. That part makes perfect sense, right? If you have Osaka, former #1 player in the world, and Kinoshita, you're gonna absolutely target the significantly weaker partner. And so we are targeting the partner. It's 5 games 4. It's set point. They're trying to break us here. Goff is serving. Like, no reason to lob there. No freaking reason to lob.
First set.
The ball comes right past Goff's racket. She doesn't move a single step. She stays flat-footed. Watch the ball go past her, but it was in. That is the easiest ball to play, especially for one of the best players in the world. No movement required. She thought it was out. It wasn't. It was in. And we lose the set because of it. There it is right there. That's the winner. It's on the line. It's on the line. It was very close to being out, but if I'm not mistaken, you can hit the ball. You can hit the ball if it's out, and it's not a, well, you played it, so play continues.
First game.
If it's out, and then you play it after it's out, it was already out, right? Out happened first. It's a, you play to the whistle or to the call, right? They don't blow a whistle in tennis, but the umpire's going to, or the line, each individual here is going to make the call. They're going to call that it's out. And then they're taking the cue from the line ref is going to confirm that call. Even though the ball's already been played over, the out back here takes precedent and the point's awarded. I think that's how tennis works. So why Goff would just not play that ball is not a good way to go, because it literally just cost us the set. But again, pressure, whatever. There's no pressure here. We're in the finals. We're about to get broke. We don't get broke, though. We survive that one. but trailing 3-4 as they get that first service advantage. And they've been taking their games pretty easy. Here we are again for the second time in that we're trailing mode.
Game and set game final.
And into the net. And that play hasn't been great. That's it. We'll lose this one. And so we finish at 6-3 and finish at 2-1. Oh, look at this. Like, why do you want out? You're Noelle, I'm keeping. Cross. God, it's so late in the year, though. So late in the year. Replacing Cross is not going to be easy. But guess what? See ya. Cross has done nothing. I think we can find somebody better. We have risen things, though. You know, I'm not entirely sure just how... How's that Academy reputation doing? Oh, it's 2.5 stars now. It was 2, wasn't it? We've finally added another half star. Well, there you go. We have an extra half star. We should be able to bring in another quality player. Better player, hopefully, with better staff, better facilities, a better overall reputation. I think we should be able to bring in a player a bit better than Cross. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.